Hello, friends. Can you hear me? Looks like you should be able to. No mic? What do you mean no mic? It's lighting up. You should hear me. Or is there? Am I just quiet? Hey, 2, 2, 1. A little quiet. You're sitting at 0 dB. That's hot. That's hot. Probably because I'm not right up on the thing. So, that was the bass 6. Not being played as a bass. I have it strung as a baritone guitar. It makes a sweet bass. It's a little weird to play. He's trolling. Of course he is. Why wouldn't you be trolling? Any of you. The two of you. Lamar, you're nice. The other two? Trolls. Can I get a oh yeah, you gave me a thumbs up. Thanks. Alright. Let's get this thing on the table and we'll talk about it. If I pick, there we go. There we go. Let's move this mic out of the way a little bit. There she blows. No, I haven't learned, Marilyn. I ain't learned shit. This mic just move on its own? Looks like it. I'll leave it here for now so I can talk to you guys. So this is my Squire Bass VI. Can't really see the headstock. It says... Maybe you can? Kind of. It just says Squire VI on it. Squire by Fender. It is a... Oh, I got an idea. Let's move it like this way. There we go. Guys, I'm learning. It is a 6-string bass guitar set up kind of like a Jaguar, but with 3 pickups instead of 2. Fender started making these in the late 70s. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't even want to say that. Let me find my notes. Oh, God, I was so wrong. The classic Vibe Bass 6 is a faithful tribute to the secret weapon of producers and adventurous players that have dared to explore it since its original production from 1961 to 1975. How's my Jervis impression? Tuned an octave lower than a guitar and featuring a vintage-style tremolo. Oh, you can't see it, never mind. The Bass VI is a perfect companion to accompany any guitar or bass player into uncharted territory. Who do they think they are? Player-friendly features include a slim, comfortable C-shaped neck profile with an easy-playing 9.5-inch radius fingerboard and narrow tall frets, as well as the floating bridge with barrel saddles for solid string stability. Maybe on the Fender version, not on the Squire version. This throwback Squire model also features 1960s-inspired headstock markings, rich-looking nickel-plated hardware, and slick vintage tint gloss neck finish for an old-school vibe. All right, maybe most of that's true. I find it to be a little less playable than I would like. The Fender version I've touched one years ago. It's what made me want to buy this one. It was just better fit and finish. They took a little more care in building it. Of course, I mean, this one's made in... This is an Indonesian import. I don't love the instruments I've played of theirs out of Indonesia. Their Japanese and Korean models are top-notch. My jazz basses are Japanese. I have a Japanese, a Korean, and a American. And I like my Japanese the best. Wait. My Marcus Miller, I think it's a Japanese. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's the Korean. Either way, those instruments are wonderful, but they came in at a price point that made them wonderful. These are like $500-ish now. I'd have to check Sweetwater, and I should. When I bought it in 2014, 2015, it was like $450. And that's why I bought it at the price. It's a strange enough instrument that I don't feel like buying the $2,000+ Fender version is worth it necessarily, unless you know that's what you want. They're $569 on Sweetwater right now, which surprises me. They went up in price. I think I got mine for less than $450 or less, to be honest with you. So let's get to what it is. It is a true bass guitar. It is the same scale as my jazz basses. 27.5, I want to say. Got a yardstick. No. 30.25-inch scale, which is long AF for a guitar, but exactly what you want out of a bass. It is a take or risk budget. I figured worst comes to worst, I can make weird noises with it. I've gotten some really cool bass tones out of it. I've gotten some really cool baritone guitar tones out of it. It's just fun to play with. Recon has joined us. Recon, what's up, buddy? Recon. Anyone else here? No. Cressy, Trusto, Moser, Marilyn. I knew you guys were all here. Thank you for coming. All of ye. So I haven't touched this thing in like months. I literally picked it up and thought about doing this today and pulled it off the rack and it had dust on it. The strings are straight up growing hair from the fretboard. So I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to change some strings. I even want to actually try a different bridge. I got a mastery bridge for my Jazzmaster. So I have another one of these. It's slightly different. I want to see if it makes a difference. This bridge, you can't even really see it. Let me pull it into view a little bit. So I lent this to a buddy a while back, and he's a new-ish bass player. He's only been playing for a few years, and he was like, this thing's crazy. And I'm like, bro, take it for a couple months. Mess with it. I don't care. Yeah, it was just sitting here, literally, not doing anything. The screw that holds this low E saddle in place is weirdly too long. So if you intonate it properly, the screw comes on. Let's see if I can get a better angle of this thing. I'll unplug this. You don't need this right now. That's never going to work. The camera's too high up in the air. Let me transition to this. Okay. So you can see the screws that hold the bridges, the saddles in place, are on a bit of an angle. They flex in a direction away from the body. And what that causes because the screw is too long, the low E string literally rests on the end of the screw. So he cut the screw in half, yanked it apart, cut the screw in half, put it back, sanded it down nice and smooth, and put it back in place. He's an engineer, and he has like machine shop stuff because he rides motorcycles and vintage Yamaha motorcycles. So I trusted him to do that. The problem is, it's like you then almost can't intonate it properly. If you intonate it properly, the string hits the screw. If you get the string to not hit the screw, it won't intonate. And being that it was a bass guitar, the strings are fat and it causes all sorts of problems. This low string also tends to fall off the side of the neck in a really annoying way. Not a perfect thing. I just realized the chat isn't in here. There we go. Let's do this. That's better. Although no, now you can't see the guitar. Let's transition again. We'll move my fat head over here, and there'll just be text on my face. I don't care. There we go. So one thing I want to do is take my Jazzmaster bridge and drop it in here. The saddles should be a little narrower because they're made for guitar strings, which these are, and which is what I'm putting on it. D'Addario baritone medium gauge. 14, 18, a 26 wound, a 44, a 56, and a 68. So they're beefy ass strings. Let me go grab that other bridge. This is the case the Mastery bridge came in. Little nice metal tin. Came with a bag with Mastery's logo on it. Who was inspected by. A couple of Allen wrenches specifically for the Mastery bridge. And I mean, wood shavings, I guess? I don't know. It's nice though. But what I've kept in here is my old Jazzmaster bridge. Probes is here. How you doing, Probes? I believe Symptoms of Reality is premiering a song at the top of the hour, which was 5 minutes ago. So if you guys want to bounce out and listen to that and come back, feel free. I'm just going to be yammering on for a while. Yeah, this is a different bridge. The saddles are smaller. They're narrower. I'm going to pop this in. This does not have... How well can you see this? Let me go back to the other view. Bam. What do I do? Hide my face, right? Yeah. It's not really doing the job, but whatever. It's just too shiny. But 6 individual saddles, each with a screw to intonate, springs to keep it pushing against it, and... Oh, actually, that's the way to look at it. That's so hard to see. I'm really sorry. Those little... those little Allen wrench slots to raise and lower the saddle. It looks like the poles are the same size. Let's go back to... Yeah. So it's the same size. There's 2 holes. You know, let's just get this thing off and you'll see the whole thing. Stop yammering. How's everyone doing tonight? The last time I did this, I used a dynamic mic, and Marilyn was like, Tony, ASMR. And I was like, how come you don't hear what I'm doing with my hands here? You should hear all this makes so much noise, I realized. Condenser mic, you can actually hear all this nonsense. Alright, this is not going to coil enough, so I'm going to cut it. That was fast. Was that a video for SOS you did today, Trusto? I know in private I've mentioned I think it's really cool you're doing it, but let me publicly say it's really cool you're doing it. It's rare that we get to meet people that inspire us and have dealings with them on a regular basis. I've been lucky enough in working live audio production for a long time that... God damn it. I'm just cutting this fucking bitch. Never mind. When I was young, in my early 20s, I got to meet and work for a crap ton of bands that I had looked up to previously and find out who was as cool as I thought they were going to be and who was an asshole. And mostly everyone was pretty cool. But it's wild to be able to just like pal around with someone who inspires you on an artistic level and they're just like regular ass dudes and women who are just happy to talk to someone who appreciates them. And the idea to me of creating music for one of those people specifically is rad. And I know he's having trouble hearing right now, so maybe he's not listening to it. But man, is he going to appreciate it when his hearing's back and he gets to go watch who knows how long of a playlist of your stuff inspired by him. Ow. One problem with using guitar strings on a bass is that scale length. Some of the strings are a little almost not long enough, but it worked pretty well. And I gotta get rid of all this shrapnel now. Otherwise I'll have a hole in my foot. All right. Yuppers. Can I tell you something about the phrase yuppers? I hate it. It sounds, I know it's not, but yuppers sounds so condescending to me. I had never met anyone who said yuppers until I moved to Pennsylvania, and now like it's a very common like slang phrase here. People go yuppers, yuppers. Sound like you're fucking patronizing me. Shut the fuck up. Say yes. All right. I think that's all the string. I'm sure I'll find one sticking out of my foot in a week. I need polish and my rags. Ooh, what's for dinner? What do you guys think he's eating? What did everyone have for dinner? I had leftover pasta so I could be here with you because I was running out of time. this thing is dirty. I never took really that great care of my bass guitars. And I have a friend who I haven't seen in years. No dinner today, sandwiches and a banana. I like how you eat like a bachelor, but like a young bachelor. I have a friend who is a professional guitar tech. His name is Joe. He's worked for and does work for really cool, really big bands. He is an absolute expert. He's sarcastic as shit. And he is not afraid to tell anyone he works for that they screwed up or are doing something wrong or are bad at what they do or whatever. It's really quite funny. But for a while, the main band he worked for, this is when I was still living in New York, was on a tour break. They were writing a record, so he needed a place to stick his gear and do his extra job. He wanted to, do guitar setups for people and stuff like that. So he shared a practice space with a band I was in at the time, where he just had like his guitar tech rig, which was shockingly a lot of stuff. But so I asked him, like, hey, can you give my basses a string change and a setup? I had only ever done it myself. I'm not a pro. I only know so much. He was like, yeah, sure. He berated me for like 30 minutes about how disgusting and poorly taken care of my bass guitars were, to the point where, that changed the way I treat my instruments. Now, I'm not touring. This thing's just sitting at home, but still getting covered in dust, letting the strings get all dirty and rusty is not good for the instrument. And I was going to change my Jazzmaster strings, but I've done that on stream already, and people don't know about this instrument, and it's pretty cool, so I figured I'd tell some people about it. Okay. I'm running out of space on my desk. So no, this way. See that saddle closest to the right side of the screen? How much shorter that screw is? That's how short it needs to be to not hit the bass string when it's intonated properly. I don't know why Fender did it that way. There was just no way, even lowering the saddle, raising this, no matter what you did. My Yankees are already losing. But my Knicks won last night. Beat Philadelphia. The Garden was chanting, fuck Embiid over and over again, which was really funny. If you know anything about your NBA basketball, you remember him injuring Mitchell Robinson a couple years ago in the playoffs, forcing him to get surgery, and the Knicks losing that series, I believe. It's been a minute now. They've been disappointing me my whole life. Don't hit the like button. There's nothing to like here. Thanks, Cressy. I'm not going to tell people to do it. You guys do what you want. Okay, so this instrument is all original except for this pickguard. Came with a really bad faux tortoise shell red that I don't know, it doesn't match the sunburst. I like black on sunburst. Or white, or the, what do they call it, anodized copper, metal, whatever they're looking things. But they're expensive, so I bought this one cheap. Doesn't fit perfectly. You can kind of see how it ripples from this screw and this panel. Oh, Theresa's home. She's back from footies. Can you hear her? She's saying hi to Frank. He's very excited she's home. Okay, so this is my old Jazzmaster bridge. Now, my Jazzmaster isn't a very high-end model either, but it was like $400 more than this was, so I'm hoping this makes a difference. It's already rocking better. Oh, I gotta do the neck first. Let's keep this out of here. When you don't have kids, you make baby noises at your dog. Frank, Cressy says hi. Theresa, you're chop suey, I guess. Here we go. Fretboard conditioner. Hello, love. Hi, Frank.
Are you streaming?
I am. You're live on the internet.
Coach T says, do a lap.
Were they that bad today? You need to send the 6-year-olds for a lap? Kids. Yeah, I had leftovers because I couldn't wait for you. I didn't want to. Not that I couldn't wait for you. I wanted to get the stream going. I have British friends who need to sleep at some point. Oh, how nice. She wants to make sure I eat. If you're not married, marry a musician. I don't have headphones on, so I don't know how well you can hear her. But I hope you do, because it's funny. That looks already much better. What are you erring about, Recon? You made any headway on that nonsense with that claim? It was Facebook, though, wasn't it? Not YouTube, if I remember correctly. I think I need to put a new nut in this thing. Okay, that's enough of that. Of course, my hands are all greasy now. How's this look? Look pretty to you guys? Can't really tell on camera. Blow this shit up. Yeah, it does look pretty good. My desk is a mess. Oh, chat's not moving. Why is chat stuck? Is that a signed baseball? It's not a signed baseball. Well, it's got the Rawlings logo on it. It kind of looks like a signature. This is a Williamsport Crosscutters baseball. Crosscutters are a minor league team here in the town I live in. It's just a nice baseball. I like to, having been a baseball player to a degree, I like to futz with it. You don't watch the strings dry. Sorry, I'm just going back and checking out chat. I missed some stuff. Okay, now why isn't my chat working properly? Not that it matters. What if I go there? Chat's not on. No idea why that's not working. It's even got the little arrow, like it wants me to hit the bottom button. What's that all about? Can I click that? Nope. Bye, chat. just move my fat head over here. There we go. Okay. It's nice and dry. Tuat? What does that mean? Tuat. You guys here? Trusto sold his MPC and he bought a Mac Studio and he's gonna make all his music in Ableton. No controller, keyboard and mouse only. I fucking need that. Oh, I forget what the colors are. So a normal guitar, strings are E, A, D, G, B, and E. Baritones are a perfect fourth down, fifth down, perfect. One of those two. I know it's the direction you're heading that makes a difference. But B, E, A, D, B, E, A, D. F sharp A, I think. No, that's wrong. Whatever, I'll figure it out in a minute. And what I tend to do is drop the B to an A. Because I like playing in drop tunings. Yeah, probes. Who you gonna piss off today? I hope it's Cressy. He's funny when he's angry. You're in the way. It's not me, it's them. Spoken. Oh my god, I have no bridge in this thing. Why didn't anyone say anything to me? You guys paying attention? Unbelievable. I'd like to say it's the first time that's happened to me. It's not. I put 4 strings in my Jazzmaster once without the fucking bridge in there, like a moron. There it is. So I typically buy Ernie Ball strings, but they, at least my local shop, doesn't carry a baritone set. Should actually see if they do make them. I think when I looked it up, when I first decided to do this, 2/0. You bunch of 2/0s. The length of the strings wasn't enough to fit on the scale, if I remember correctly. What do we got? Copper and red? Copper and red. Black and green. Okay. Probes, I really don't understand how you're upsetting people. You seem so mild-mannered to me. I feel like some people just like want to be rubbed the wrong way, to be honest with you. I consider myself pretty agreeable, and I've definitely had people like mad at me for no good reason. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. See, this string right here is a, you probably can't see, my hand's in the way, and the camera, and it's off camera. Let me pull this back so you can see the headstock. Get you out of the way. You're probably still not going to be able to see it. Nope. This string could be 2 inches longer. Honestly, all of these could be 2 inches longer. These three anyway. The fourth and first string. The A and the B. No, A. The A and the A? That's not right. The third string and the highest string. I never know which way to count them. I count this way, but I think people like to count this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever. The highest string and the third string from the lowest. They're just like a little too short for this scale. I should really find another company to use for these strings. Oh, and this one too. This is terrible. They have. You're never gonna be able to see this. No. The wound portion of the string and the core, the winding ends like right on my thumb right there. Typically, you cut, well, on a guitar you just wrap around and then you cut off the excess. Because these are bass tuning pegs, they have the hole in the center, so you can go down and around, which I do because I need the extra tension on these, and because they're long, not long enough, and typically I would then cut the excess off and do it, but I can't. I literally have to leave all this core there on a couple of the strings so they're long enough so they actually wrap. Could you imagine Probes versus Luxembourg? I know someone who lives in Luxembourg. She's a professional basketball. Actually, she's not a player anymore. I think she's a coach now in whatever their women's basketball league is. See, then this is the problem. I know you can't see it, but that core is wrapped around the bottom of the peg, and the string is like above it. So, and the peg has a hourglass shape to it. So the peg's going like this, and the string's going around it this way, and it's around at the bottom of it where it's fatter. And what's going to happen is I'm going to be playing it one day, and all that tension is going to push, and it's going to pop to the middle, and the string's going to drop like 5 semitones. Now it won't. See, it would have gone completely slack. Is Davey in Luxembourg? My friend Tierney that lives there says it's a really cool place. She met her wife there. I think they're married now. Girl's real tall, hell of a baller. Really quite funny. She makes me laugh all the time. Purple and silver. All right. Trackers in Germany? God really knows his hip hop. Wouldn't think American hip hop would be a very known quantity in Germany. I guess what do I know? I ain't never been there. This string is ridiculous. I wish you could see this. Pulling the string its tautest without me actually wrapping it. I've got less than an inch before the end of the string. I don't know how I did this before. Maybe I was using a different set. I could have sworn I bought two of the same set. Probes, that sounds awesome. Why wouldn't you want that? I'm so confused. Oh, Frank. Frank's making piggy noises. He is a little piggy. Can you hear Theresa? Wait, what? I'm confused about the colors of these things. They're color coded, but it looks like they're color coded incorrectly. They're color coded like a regular 6-string set. That's the order I put them in. They feel like the right gauge. Yeah, these are the same colors. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, dude, Dario. You confusing ass setup. All right, that sounds right to me. Probes, I still don't get it. My pedal board's on the floor here. Easier than trying to fit a tuner on the desk or the whole damn pedal board. It's this big.
Go lay down with Dad.
Oh, Frank.
Go.
Do you want to be your bed's not on the stream.
Go get him.
Oh, buddy.
Give Dad a kiss, please. Go give him a kiss. Come on. You can do it. Go
No,
give Dad a kiss.
no, Mom, I can't do it. I don't think it's on camera anyway, but thanks, honey. Frank likes me, but he loves his mother. You may not return in response to my tentative Luxembourg visit. Oh, I see how it is. Marilyn says no. Well, when the boss says no. Someday, I'm going to figure out what probe stands for. Someday. Not today. I got nothing today. There's too many damn letters to make up funny shit. This is D. It's so low. Oh, right. What is this going to be? This is going to be F sharp. Probably Robert or Bob, even Sean? That's my guess for today. Goodness. So what are you going to be? You're going to be B. It's just getting lower. Yeah, I mean, I'm just having fun. It's less about wanting to know what it stands for and more about wanting to know if I can make something up that makes sense. Damn, that went all the way down to F sharp. Maybe I should try drop G. We'll go over to this guy with the chat that's still not working. Unbelievable. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, you still can't see it. There she blows. I love the oversized headstock. I wish Fender never made that slim Strat headstock. It's... Come on. Perfect. Why'd you ever change it? Could write an app to come up with all the possibilities? No way. That's not fun at all. I need to say the dumbest shit ever on the internet. And you're helping me, so thank you. All right. feature time. Let me do this so you can actually see this thing. Yeah. There you go. Hi. You're the king of saying dumb shit. So, I'll unmute this. Let's put headphones on so I can hear what you hear. Noisy guitar. I forgot about my... So, Trusto and Moser have seen this. See this guitar string right here? You can kind of see it on camera. It is literally taped to this jack. I'll just... Why, you ask? Of course, now it's not doing it. It's a ground cable. Basically, I can take this guitar string that's hanging off the end of my jack and I can like tuck it into my waistband. And now I'm grounding my instrument. So whenever I have a ground buzz issue, there, like that. It's gone now. But if I grab this wire, it goes away. Incredibly jank. But it works. And guitar's crazy like that. Okay, so this is just a guitar straight in. You'll see here it's got pickup selectors. Basically, if I push all these down, that's just you hearing me, the guitar, into the mic. It's hard to see. That is the neck pickup. Middle pickup. Bridge pickup apparently is acting a little funny. Maybe it's the jack. Ooh, it is. Hang tight. I don't have my wrenches handy and I don't want to put this down to get up, so I'll mess with that later. Anyway, bridge pickup. Then the fourth switch is a strangle switch. It's like a bass cut, basically. I never know which way is which, so that's strangled. Down is off. So it's just like the pickups. Down is off, up is on. Asif, if I didn't say hi, how are you? Hola. I was wondering what Buddha Brown looked like in real life. Is he wearing one of those Davy Crockett hats? What the fuck? I typically do middle and bridge. It's already getting out of tune. Let's tune her up again. This B string never wants to stay in tune now. Add a little bit of chorus. Honestly, this thing does not sound great clean. Does his bass. What the hell are you guys talking about? Did I, Sofa Cressy? Haven't heard from him in a while. This thing's incredibly difficult to play very normal guitar, big guitar chords with. It is still a bass, so it is scaled in such a way where, like, that becomes a hell of a stretch. But this is where I think this thing shines. You hear all the string noise. Let me mute my mic. Oh, did that work? Hey, two. Okay, there we go. Getting some weird noise. Got some weird noise. I feel like the guitar is going in and out of volume. I don't know what that's all about. I might just have a bad cable somewhere. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Turn these drive channels off. You guys looking at the back of my freshly cut head? Just came back from the barber shop before I sat down in here. Come on, B, get there. Here we go. Damn, that is sharp. Buddha Brown. I heard that guy loves his mama. I would hate to look at Trusto's psychiatric reports. Just be like, just be the psychiatrist like, yo, you live like this? Buddha Brown, I love my mama. I made Theresa listen to that. The one you did while I was there. And she was like, she was confused at first. She didn't think it was you. I think she was like, who is this? Oh, I fell asleep. That's much better intonated. There's the A. Okay. That's sharp. All right. It's ain't in bad shape. Oh, there's Chris. Chris, I thought I put you to sleep. Yeah, why is it so quiet? There it is.
Is that there? Am I going to be on camera?
No. Maybe a little bit.
You put stuff on my chair again.
It's just a blanket and 3 books. Oh my goodness. You believe this? They can definitely hear you going at me. And they don't blame you. They're held hostage here too.
You can see Frank's little face. It's so nice.
You guys see Frank? Oh my god. This is so difficult to do. Boo boo. Let's put him on camera. Hi, Frank. The internet loves you, buddy.
Oh, it's so nice. It's sweet.
Samurai, love your mama. Did I hit? Oh, that's why. There we go. Volume on my mixer pedal got turned. She's over it. Don't. You're married. You know what it's like. You'd be like, honey, I love you. And honey's like, ugh. And then 5 minutes later, she loves you. Ain't that right, honey bun?
Stop licking the guitar stuff.
Frank, are you licking the guitar stuff?
Bed. Come lay down on your bed. Oh my god. You're so good.
Can you guys see? Yeah, you can't see him. I brought his bed in here so he can lay down on something because I took the couch out of here and he used to lay on it all the time. I think he's confused about it. I hear Buddha Brown may be embarking on a new career, which sounds positive in a slightly scary way. Yeah, Ace, if my guitar cleaner, like the polish, the fretboard conditioner, it's like sitting in a bag on the floor. Frank licks everything. He's stupid. Frank doesn't, unfortunately, have any of those anymore probes. We took care of that. Teresa's in the chat, I guess. This should be louder. Something's not right here. I don't know what it is. I'm not getting... I guess it's sufficiently doomy. Something ain't right. We didn't want more Franks running around. Probes.
He's being such an angel right now.
Probes is always an angel. She doesn't mean probes. Usually this sounds louder than this. Not sure what's going on here. That's... Yeah, it's overdriven, but it should be a lot... It should be like... death metal overdriven with all the drive I have on it right now. Turning my mic on and off in a stupid way. I'm just turning the phantom power on and off. The only thing getting donated to Trump's library from this house is this. Those guys will take anything. They can take this. Okay. This is the Bass 6 as a baritone guitar. Acting a little funny today, but all in all, an okay instrument. You got $569 to spend and you want something weird and different? I highly recommend it. You can get some really cool vintage plunky bass tones. It's got that thing where, like, even though the strings are a lighter gauge, it still like thumps like a Mustang bass, the shorter scale bass. For some reason, has a low end thump that you like can't even get out of a P or a jazz. It does the same thing or something close to it. And then you can do things that make it sound really guitarish, or you can do something dumb like put baritone strings on it. It feels great for me being a bass player. It's like right at home size wise. Again, it is a little difficult to play like power chords down here. If it was in a normal tuning, even like cowboy chords are a little bit of a stretch. But in a drop tuning, a lot of drive, it can rip your face off, which is what I wanted to do with it when I made it a baritone. Yeah, I have a friend who has one also, and like I had heard like, oh yeah, they thump, and I'm like, what's a shorter scale bass gonna do? And then it just like does this thump thing that like none of the other Fender basses do. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, okay.
I'm laughing at Probes.
Probes is trying his best to upset someone. It's not working. Trump's golden francs gonad stress balls with crypto only. I did this tonight because there was no Panda Chat, and if Cressy doesn't get a live stream, he gets a little squirrely. So you gotta feed the Cress.
All over you.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. Your boy Jervis. Thursday, your boy JRC. Friday's popcorn night. Saturday, you usually get a recon stream in there. Maybe a Visio stream. Maybe an Upstate Downstate stream. Maybe I can get Theresa on camera. She's like, oh, fine. Sundays, Sammy usually streams. Mondays, Hardware Jams. And then we're back to Panda Chat on Tuesdays. Life's hard, man. It's hard to get on here a lot. I want to get streams in, but I want to do lives and do videos, and it's hard to do both. Oh yeah, 30th, Thursday. Thank you, Trusto. Jervis is joining us, and the week after that, so is Tanith, and they are both a lot of fun. Please go check those out. Oh, Luke's on now? Perfect. You guys get out of here. Let's go watch Luke. Thank you for joining from all this nonsense. And I don't know. That's all I got. Peace out.